Welcome. This is some Google and YouTube ad tactics on how to boost sales for your campaigns. So if there's anything in this video that I talk about that you're not implementing, maybe give it a try, see if it works out for you. So number one, and the most low hanging fruit when it comes to Google ad tactics, will be your keyword optimization. So what is keyword optimization essentially? Here, I'll give you an example. So, imagine you're trying to sell a super potent pre-workout powder. You use Google Keyword Planner to find out what words people type into Google when they want something like your powder. And here's how you best use this tool. You want to search volume and competition. You want to look for words that lots of people are searching for, but not many other ads are using. This way, you won't have to spend too much money to be seen, because obviously when there's a higher competition within a certain keyword, obviously its highest bidder wins if you have the same ad rank and the same quality score. So if there is low competition, there is less likely of a chance for you to pay a lot of money for your keywords. Obviously there is a minimum amount you do have to spend in order to actually come up within a search query, because even if you have the best ad rank and quality score, if you do not hit the minimum bid in order to show up on a search query, then you just won't show up, because Google needs to make money somehow. Next will be high intent keywords. You want to use words that show someone wants to buy, like buy, deal, or best price pre-workout. Obviously, we're here to boost sales. We're not here to build brand. So high intent keywords are very, very important, because we want to catch people when they're about to buy a product like yours, like a pre-workout, and we want to show up at the exact time that they want to buy the pre-workout. We don't want to be in the back of their mind for a few weeks, and then maybe they're going to buy, maybe they're not. And if they're looking for a protein powder, maybe it's going to be yours eventually when they start looking again. You want them to buy now when they're searching for the query now. So high intent keywords is very, very important. Next, in order to save you some budget, which we all want, will be long tail keywords. These are longer phrases like affordable pre workout supplements for athletes. These are great because there's less competition and the people who search are more likely to buy. You see how keyword optimization is essentially just optimizing for people to buy your product now. So next would be geographical keywords, and this works really well if you have an actual physical store. So if you're a brick and mortar and you sell mainly in New York, like you have a physical store in like Manhattan or something like that, then you want to use geographical keywords like pre-workout supplements in New York to attract local buyers. And then you could add an ad asset on the bottom of your search so they actually know where the location is. And if you have a phone number, add that in as well, just so people know where you are in order to actually buy your product. So the next would be ad assets. These used to be called ad extensions, but Google changed the name of it semi recently. So ad extensions are extras you can add to your ad to show information. This can make your ad bigger and more tempting to click on. This especially works on phones, because phones have a lot more, like their screen size is much smaller, so you take up much more. So you can use site link extensions. You can add links to a specific page on your product page or contact page. You can add call extensions. So if you have a phone number, add that in. If you have a specific actual location to get customers into, if you're a brick and mortar, once again, add that in. You can add review extensions to show good reviews from other customers to build trust. And this is most of what selling is. It's having social proof. So there's a reason there's reviews on every single product on Amazon, and there's a reason the products with the best reviews get picked most of the time by buyers, because the more social proof you have, the better. No matter how much social proof you have, more is better. And next will be price extensions. So you can list the price of your supplements directly in the ad to help people make quick decisions. Sorry. So especially if you have like a really affordable pre-workout and it's cheaper than the next competition by like £3-4, the likelihood that they are going to buy it once they see the price is probably quite high. And here's an example of lots of ad extensions. You see, it takes up the entire page on a phone. So you actually have to physically scroll if that is not the ad that you're looking for. So which one would you rather pick? Would you rather pick the giant ad on the front of your screen that you see for the whole page and you actually have to physically scroll down to see another one? Or do you just pick the one that takes up your whole page? Me personally, I'd probably pick the one that takes up my whole page, especially if I'm looking for eye tests and it's not something like extremely specific that I want. So another tactic would be remarketing. So you can show your ads to people who visited your website but didn't buy anything. You can remind them of what they looked at for your ads that pop up while they're browsing on other websites or searching on Google. This works as well because people usually get distracted when they're scrolling on their phones or if they're looking for something. Maybe their dog interrupted them or something like that. Maybe they have to take the dog for a walk. Maybe their missus called them or something like that and they just got distracted and they forgot to buy your product. So this is a good way of reminding them and actually getting people to actually buy your product that have shown interest in the past. Next would be smart bidding. So Google uses AI to help you spend your ad money the best way possible to get more sales. Ideally, in the first 30 days, you want to get 30 conversions in order to actually give Google the amount of data necessary for which to use smart bidding with. So Google can actually know who your market is, who they should target, and how best to target them. That is how you use smart bidding best. So it depends on what type of smart bidding you're using. So you can use target CPA, which is cost per acquisition. So you can tell Google how much you're willing to spend to get a new order, and Google tries to spend that much or less. Next will be ROAS, so which is return on your ad spend. So you can tell Google how much money you want to make compared to what you spend on your ads, and Google helps you reach that goal. And then maximize conversions is just telling Google, I want as many sales as possible within my ad budget, and Google tries to do it for you. So it's pretty simple. And last but not least would be ad testing. You want to keep testing different ads to see which ones work best, change up the words, the pictures, or the page they take to see what when they click on your ad. So you want to see what changes people are more likely to buy your supplements. No, and now we move on to YouTube ad tactics. So first, you want to use targeting options. So you can use interest targeting. So you want to show your ads to people who are interested in fitness or health because they're likely to want to buy your pre-workout. Or you can use customer match. So if you've been running your supplement company for quite a long time and you have a decent list of emails that you can run from, you can target similar people on YouTube who might also be interested in your product. And this is extremely important, which will be your content because creative is king on YouTube. You want to use engaging content. So you want good video quality, you want good storytelling, and you want a clear call to action. You want to make sure your message is very visible, like buy now for 10% off is easy to see and hear multiple times in the video. You want to use urgency, like phrases like limited time offer. You want to have actual urgency though. You don't want to fabricate urgency. And number four will be skippable in-stream ads. So if you're ever on YouTube and there's an ad that is 30 seconds long, but you can skip after 5 seconds, that is a skippable in-stream ad. So you only pay if people watch the full 30 seconds or they interact with your ad and actually click on your landing page. This is good because you can only spend money on viewers who are really, really interested. So if you watch the entire 30 seconds, you're at least semi-interested in what the product is, and that is a good way of actually building brand as well without sacrificing on your budget. And next will be cross promotion. So you want to learn from both YouTube ads and Google ads to make better ads. For example, if people like a video on YouTube, you can make a Google ad that reminds them of that video. Next would be integrated strategies for both YouTube and Google ads. So cross platform remarketing. Use what you know from YouTube to show ads on Google and vice versa. For example, if someone watched your pre workout video on YouTube, show them an ad for a special deal on Google. Next will be unified messaging. So no matter if you're on Google or you're on YouTube, you want to keep the messaging exactly the same for your brand. This builds brand long term because if you have the same message across all platforms, people are more likely to know your brand because it has the same message and it will remind them over and over and over again of what your brand is because it has the same message. So, number three will be analytics and measurements. You want to use tools like Google Analytics to see how your ads are doing. Look at things like how many people are clicking your ads and buying your supplements. You want to adjust your ads based on what you learn to try and sell more. And next will be local and mobile optimization. You want to use local ads to reach people near your store or in your city. This makes them more likely to visit and buy. This is for brick and mortar ads. So next will be mobile optimization. You want to make sure your ads and website look good on phones because that's where a lot of people will see them. They should be easy to read and fast to load. Your landing page optimization is key, and I do have a video on that. So if you guys want to look at that, be sure to check it out. And that is the video, guys. Hopefully this helps you out with your Google and your YouTube ad tactics. I do have a Google ad agency, link in the description. If you guys want to book a call, no strings attached. It's just to see if we will work well together. And if not, hope you guys found some value in this. And that's me. Take care.